at everything. That's the Dota mentality, right?
Yeah, well...
Except most of the time it's not. But sometimes it is.
That's the only mentality when you're playing against people with PMA in their name.
Yeah. You just have to hope they're not in your team.
Yeah.
Pos 4, PMA only. First blood. What are you doing, man? What is your problem?
I thought your name was PMA. Yeah, but you gave up first blood.
Yeah. I would have been positive if you took first blood instead.
Oh, man.
But his carry mag is good. It's good. I hope that he can show off what is made of. Out of.
Made of?
It's made of mag and nuth.
Yeah, it's like
30 seconds to battle.
Elephant?
Ish.
He's kind of an elephant.
Isn't it like a... What's the thing called?
Mammoth?
A mammoth? Mini mammoth?
I don't know. Maybe a mini mammoth. I do like the tiny Christmas set.
Does he have the Christmas tree?
Yes, he does.
Oh, he does.
I think the bigger he gets, he should be holding like presents in his arms as, you know,
No.
holds the tree.
Tiny's only present that he gives to enemies is death.
And rock slides.
And destruction. And free rides to hell.
Pretty much. When you get tossed up in the air and you're dead. Yeah. Especially if you're lying.
And then you buy back.
And then you're right back where you were.
You're like, hey.
In the air.
Yep, it just never ends.
Free time.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Not many educated people will notice, but... Okay, look at the lanes. Wait, it's an... Oh, okay, Magnus just mirrored the Nature's Prophet movement. Okay, so it's still a carry mag. And they're trying top against the DP. It's going to be a rough time for her. Mid lane should be very easy for Razor.
Yeah.
And in bot lane, Magnus should just be destroying the Nature's Prophet.
I was just about to ask how that lane goes for mid, but then I saw the static link full duration. I was like, this doesn't look good for Tiny.
It's a tough lane for sure. He will be able to farm still to Tiny, just average some creeps, throw some trees. I'm just pretty worried about top. Because Prophet down there, he's having almost free farm, 7 CS already. Somehow.
Yeah, he's somehow gotten himself 7 to the Magnus's is 3. Magna is 3.
But he doesn't care. IDC.
Yeah.
No. You get 7 last hits, I get 3. Who cares? I come back later.
I think I saw him play this Magnus back when he was playing for Iron Point Club a couple times.
I mean, yeah, as I said, like a year ago or so, it was a very popular choice in a lot of regions. Simply because you scale so well. Like, it gives you so much bonus damage and free cleave. Not as much as Sven, of course. You only get 80%, but you get the bonus damage on top, so that's quite something.
I think if I didn't see team names, I might have gone with SAG's lineup.
I actually like the draft a bit too.
Yeah.
Like, I just mostly don't like the Sven. Into DP, into Razor, into Magnus. Even Grimstroke can cause so many problems when you get linked up to someone else. During your BKB, you're like, oh my god, guys, I can't hit anyone. Why are you running the opposite way? Told you to run with me.
Yeah, it seems like he's going to be able to discover electricity because he's going to get kited. And if you don't understand that joke, neither do I.
I didn't understand that joke.
It was a Ben Franklin.
So yeah, I'm uneducated. I know nothing.
No, I didn't understand. I didn't know where I was going with that one. Look at this. Nothing to say. Just getting all his damage sapped away.
He still has... Nope. It's a -1 right now. So he's actually healing the creeps. Yeah.
Inswell turning around on the Jin-Q. Might even get this kill if they play it aggressively. But with XCJ out of mana, he'll be free to live.
Nature's Prophet is way too free down here. I'm not entirely sure how they did that.
Yeah, I thought he would be getting harassed up a little bit more. Maybe not have 18 CS. Nothing to say. I'm actually even surprised he's got 11 CS because he is constantly in the single digits of damage.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, like every time there's an avalanche up, you have a tree toss. You will be able to secure the range creep at least, which gives you quite a bit of net worth. But yeah, as the levels go higher, cooldown on static then goes lower. It's going to get tougher and tougher.
Pretty quiet overall.
Yeah, just farming everywhere. Prophet's being back to lane, picking up boots. He's going to be teleporting back to lane. He has to be careful now, though, if he gets killed now.
September's trying to stop this stack, but now he's in with the fatal bonds.
Ooh, the body blocks. Are we going to see him?
A lot of damage. They'll try to TP out on XCJ. The damage is just not enough.
Just not enough.
Yeah, well, September was taking a significant amount of damage when those ancients were around him, and then I just put on the fatal bonds.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice, neat tricks you can do with fatal bonds. Just overall, Warlock is an amazing hero. I think he's gonna get picked a lot more. SEA China have been kind of ignoring him as of late.
Right.
But he's very strong. He is also one of the strongest scaling supports in the game. Percent shared damage. The golems scale really well, especially once you get like 25. They're absolutely broken. Sure, you don't get 25 a lot, but
I'm surprised he's really kind of hidden away in this region and SEA, because we see him all the time in EU. I want to say we see him more often in NASA.
I mean, his shard is pretty strong. Like for 1400 gold, it becomes 450 AoE.
Yeah.
It gives you 10% movement speed and slows all enemies by 10%. That's a huge shard upgrade. For 1400 gold, this sounds like an Aghanim's almost.
Some of the shard upgrades are very strong for the gold that they do cost.
Tossed back, but Razor is too strong. Activated Eye of the Storm as well, which now deals a ton of damage ever since they did that rework, where it doesn't deal passive damage anymore.
Question just becomes, what is he going to do with this?
No, nothing to say. As usual, not skilling Grow.
See a lot of Tinies avoid Grow, even maxing out their Avalanche and Toss before getting Grow.
No, that's because they are not as cute as before. Gotta hold on to your childhood memories for as long as you can.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Because once he skills Grow, that Christmas tree is not gonna be on his shoulder anymore. He's gonna be holding in it in his right arm.
Yeah, I think somebody just said, what if he threw an Avalanche with the Christmas set, presents were the rocks?
That would look very distracting on screen, I think.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Still
attack.
0-0 here as SAG puts some pressure onto the tier 1 tower with 3 heroes down bottom. This is leaving Ame to free farm at 38 and 11.
Yeah, both carries now more or less free farming, maxing at 40 CS.
Radiant's bottom tower
Just like
is under
Sven.
attack.
But Sven is actually tipping bottom to defend the tower. We'll see if they follow suit and adjust the lanes accordingly. It's very important though to enable the DP this game.
Yeah.
She's gonna be... Oh, Sven ult popped. Alright. Hit those creeps a bit harder.
Very casual Sven ult. Yeah, alright.
All the neutral camps are farmed already, or blocked. So he's not gonna get a whole lot of efficiency out of this.
And it's not like he's going for the stacks in the triangle.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna say are gonna be contested by SAG. They know they're there.
I don't know why he TP'd bottom if he just wanted to farm jungle. You could have farmed those 2 stacks pretty easily.
Now they're coming over. They want to contest these stacks. This is going to be a big problem. Exorcism. They've got the stun onto Y. He's trying to run Plasma Field. Great body blocks by September. And they'll get first blood 7.5 minutes into the game. Not only are they getting first blood, but these stacks are in trouble. And you need to try and defend them. And I'm not sure they really have an ability to defend them. With Sven going bottom, with God's Strength used, the stack at least here in the hard camp is SAG's.
Yeah, again, Prophet actually, no, Tiny ran in.
Toss up into the air on a 70, but he's dead too.
And there's a region rune.
Oh, that's perfect timing.
Yeah, I think it was a huge mistake by Armor just to TP bottom for 1 wave. He could have cleared that Ancient and hard camp in no time. I'm not sure why he went away, what the incentive there was. But it's a pretty big blunder. They were ahead by like 1k or so. Now it's actually SAG in the lead. First Exorcism, sure, he didn't get a tower or whatever. Stole a stack, got 2 kills. It's pretty decent.
I guess Ame's farming, but I don't know. So far, the movements from LGD don't instill confidence in what they've done in the first 8 minutes of this game.
You should not be behind Razor and Network as a Sven that's free farming. That's all I can say.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Alright, keep stacking the Ancients. Sven, God Strength, is already back up, so I'm assuming he's gonna make his way there as soon as the bomb is finished.
Get the Mask of Madness, Fatal Bonds on the Ancients.
Probably not, because he's gonna steal a lot of them.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I would do it, but let's see if Y will do
I'm
it.
just a little worried that Sven, even with God Strength, is it going to be enough that he just takes him by himself?
Oh, easily, because he will get Shadow Worded, get some extra heal from there.
But I'm a
Don't fail
greedy,
against them.
greedy Warlock, and my mindset is Fatal Bonds them. Maybe I get a couple CS.
Y is a good boy. He does not do that.
Oh, I thought he was doing it right there.
No,
He was going to take some of the CS.
You know he wouldn't.
Radiant's top
All
tower
right,
is
he's got
under
enough.
attack.
I underestimate the Sven once again.
I mean, honestly, if you do that, you're kind of losing money because you're taking creeps that you stack, so you don't get the
So you're not getting
bonus
the extra
35.
gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, big smoke up here by SAG, but just a little late.
Well,
Like
I wonder if that was to try and steal
15 seconds.
stack. They'll go after Y. He's kind of done his job here in making sure the Sven can get the stack. He dies.
Why, oh why? And now he is dead again.
Black's new hit single, Y O Y.
Yeah.
Dire's middle
In
tower
parentheses,
is under
he's dead
attack.
again. IDC going into the Blink Dagger, I believe finished up this Echo Saber, which is getting delivered. So he's in a good spot.
He
Top of
is.
the net worth.
All three cores really are. Even DP is doing quite well for herself. Going to Hood straight. Making her a little more survivable. That's all that magic damage.
This isn't like the aggressive LGD lineup that we've seen in the past, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Gonna bait us with the fainting of Chaotic Offering.
he's making sure SAG know. I got rocked now.
Guys, I'm 6.
Our team fight is very strong. Better be careful.
Drop the base.
Yep.
There's nothing to say half right now. He's going Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has to. Brown boots blink though. Very risky.
He needs to get this. It's a decent timing, but
Could be better.
it depends now what happens in the first few minutes after he picks up this blink. 'Cause these heroes aren't exactly easy kills for him.
Yeah. And we've seen a lot of brown boots blink dagger being picked up at like 8 minutes or 9. So it's actually quite delayed. Because of course he had the death, he played against the Razor, but now it's flying out. Expecting a smoke immediately. Warlock plus Tiny can rip the fight wide open. And they have Pangoliol as well.
Radiant's top
I'm
tower
expecting to
is
see
under attack.
Pango blink at some point. And he's going for it next. So early blink for him too. He's got the Orb of Corrosion. I like the blink with the Rolling Thunder, especially with this lineup. If you can disturb them and get the Chaotic Offering down, they kill off September. So with that double damage blink, that's the
He's
debut.
rolling through. Whoa.
It's a roll from a long ways out. And now...
Now it's a roll out.
Yeah, okay.
Like, hi, bye.
Drive-by roll, say hi, and goodbye.
And only 1 minute cooldown on it. Very good. It's a great
Avalanche on the
ability.
2. They've got the toss back on the Death Prophet. Son Goku's in some trouble. Chaotic Offering comes through in a 7E, making sure that this Razor doesn't feel comfortable trying to save this Death Prophet and can't. So Son Goku's dead. 7E walking in. They've got themselves the Fatal Bonds onto 2. They were looking for the RP, but there's the Avalanche as well as the toss. They've got the Swashbuckler to follow it up. September ends up dead. It's going to be 3 heroes dead on the side of SAG as they had one respawn. Stormhammer from Ame. Ame not working with God Strength. Still on cooldown for another 23 seconds in the static link of 7E. XCJ on the high ground. Ooh, RP used on nothing to say. Swashbuckler doesn't disarm IDC, but now the toss, the Avalanche. IDC ends up dead. He used the RP, gets nothing from it. SAG again lacking proper execution, and that cost them a lot.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of game 1, really. Like, they're just too scrambled. The fight starts, there are only 2 heroes there. One gets blown up, one pops ult by himself, the next pops ult by himself. I don't know. Like, it used to be the strong point earlier in the season where they're just sticking together, taking good fights together, but then just late game they
Fall apart.
they can't like close it out because enemy team making better moves than them or whatever, but at least they would be together, making moves together. Now it looks very scrambled, and they're very individualistic. Oh, stun from the Impale.
Oh, it's there.
Easy. At least the Razor's having a very good game. He's going to have BKB soon, and then Sven is going to be in trouble.
Yeah, 70 is 5-0.
Yeah.
Avalanche tossed back onto the creep, swashbuckle in. Silence.
He popped the P ult, actually.
Tower is under attack.
Maybe he can catch Nothing to Say. Picks up an arcane rune, trying to TP out. Creep Storm, the damage almost, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
But you know what I mean, right? Like, and now that it just randomly popped ult.
Yeah, and now you're not getting anything with it.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a matchmaking game, really. It's like, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm popping ult, guys. No, I don't have it. And obviously, it didn't go so well for them in the season early on. Maybe they had some sort of team discussion or whatever about how they should be playing the game, like be more efficient around the map or whatever.
Right.
But so far, it's not working out for them.
It's definitely seeming like communication is what's lacking as well.
Yeah.
But obviously, from here, we can't really tell. It's just what I'm
Dire's top
observing
tower is under
from what I'm
attack.
seeing in these games.
Yeah, I mean, it's so scrambled, it has to be some sort of issue. We don't know what it is,
Radiant are scanning.
but there is something that's not right. That's what we know.
Radiant's bottom
Magnus now picked up the
tower
Blink
is under
Dagger.
attack.
Avalanche
Smoke them as
toss
well.
under the sentry. Quick kill into September. Going with the
Oh.
RP. That catches Ame. They've got the silence as well. Do they have the damage? They might. Oh, trying to right click out of this one, but he's unable to do so. IDC gets the kill, and that is RP used successfully. Avalanche as well as the toss, sending him back under the tower. Son Goku trying to move in. They've got the Silence on Nothing to Say, but Faith Beyond comes over with a Sprout. They've got the Soulbind connecting him to the Golem that was dropped on the Chaotic Offering from line. Faith Beyond in some trouble, but he already gets a kill on XCJ. BKB's been popped by 7E. On the backlines of this fight, Son Goku's taking the attention of two heroes while Y keeps down in upheaval. He's not even focusing on Son Goku, and eventually Nothing to Say will get the kill, and he's now dominated.
Yep, just making sure he zones them out. RP a little bit unfortunate. Was on the brink of catching two heroes. Catches the Sven only. At least they managed to kill him.
Dire are
It's a big
scanning.
kill. They killed the Prophet as well. Overall, I would say it's a pretty decent fight for SAG. Rock was used, so they won't have that for another 2 minutes. I feel like as long as Sven dies, they're going to be in good shape. Because Tiny is not really farmed to a point where he's like really a threat yet, and neither is Prophet. He has his Orchid finish now, sure, but he dies very fast.
He could become a problem, though, given enough time. We've seen
Dire's
Nature's Prophets
top
just, like, specifically CTM. He
Yeah,
plays
for
a lot
sure.
of Nature's Prophet.
Sven is now running bottom onto Razor.
And Spike Carapace, Stormhammer comes out. He's got the God Strength, trying to do what he can with that.
He's just dead
As well
again,
as
I think.
Impale, and, oh, they got the Swashbuckler. We're going to get the kill on a 7E. He might even survive
Wow.
this now. With the Cleave, he'll kill off September. Faith Beyond with a double kill, and now they get XCJ. Somehow, some way, they make that work out. Because that was Ame just running in with no care for his own life.
Yeah, he had 200 health left. Life leached, a lot of health with his mom, and possessed mask. Barely stayed alive. And it's a very bad exchange for SAG once more. BKB was like 5 seconds on cooldown. If that BKB's up, he'll be able to kill us Sven. But that's the new patch for you. Old BKB would have been up.
Yeah.
New BKB, you're not quite so lucky.
Loses a second and
His
a longer
life.
cooldown.
Yep.
BKB, man. Getting the nerf. Has nothing to say about it.
I'm gonna say.
Sven, AC next, then Satanic.
Alright, foregoing the BKB completely. Which makes sense. Everything goes through BKB. Except the Nyx. It's still very scary though. Inkswell is an amazing stun. Carapace is super strong against Cleave. You have the Impel as well. It's kind of a greedy, cocky sort of item build. And he can get punished for it.
You know, we've seen Ame take these risks before and have them not pay out.
Yeah, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
Philosopher's Stone for the Dire, not for the Radiant. Unfortunate for LGD, but
Well, that's because LGD doesn't believe in philosophy. They only believe in strength of numbers. Which is now why they're smoking up as 4.
Looking for that initiation. Ooh, XCJ, he's spotted. Avalanche toss, dead here before he even hits the ground.
Yeah. Razor is not very survivable yet. They're going straight into the pit. But if Tiny gets a combo on Razor pre-BKB, he's only going to be sitting at like 600 health, which means he's not going to feel comfortable at all staying in that fight. And Roshan dies super fast. And it's gone. Didn't even try to contest it. The heroes are pretty good in the pit, especially Magnus.
Yeah, honestly,
Surprised they just gave that up.
SAG, they have a really good team fight for Roche. Maybe wanting that BKB.
I mean, they're fighting into Golem and Pangol. It's not easy. Okay, Arme actually going Satanic straight. Not even going for the Kuras. Which makes sense. Satanic is 80 damage on Strength Heroes. And then, of course, at 25 Strength, you get additional damage from that, since you're Sven. So on him, it's basically 30 damage.
Doing the math.
Of course.
So who's holding that Philosopher's Stone? XCJ. He's got his philosophy.
Yeah.
Trusting him like the ground, but unfortunately he'll hit the ground.
We have seen so many people die at that exact spot over the past 2 weeks.
Similar to that SEA game we saw.
Yeah, Boomy.
Yeah. That's the same spot, the Boomy spot.
Must be the reason why I'm king of my castle.
Dire's bottom tower
But yeah, it's a death hill for a reason. A lot of choke points, a lot of points of access. And supports just like to waddle up there by themselves. Hey guys, I'm dewarding. Oh, I'm dead.
Always going solo too. We see a lot of these supports just like try to deward by themselves, and I'm a little bit surprised that they approach it that way.
When are we gonna see the baits? Like, I'm dewarding.
And then the rest of the team sitting behind him.
Yep, and then he lives, and then Tiny dies.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So just cleaning up with Cleave, takes the tier 1 bottom. Look at
He's
his
dead
mid,
again.
though. They get the gun XCJ. They've got the static link on, nothing to say. They'll bullwhip him, slowing him down, but the Sprout is there. In some trouble with the BKB Popeye Faith Beyond going after the Nyx Assassin on the other side of the fight. They put down the Chaotic Offering. They'll get the kill on Son Goku. The RP was used. It's only on the Jinkyu, though. I'm not sure that's the target you really want to put it on. They whip, nothing to say once again. 7E in some trouble with the BKB. It's not going to be enough to keep him alive, though. Nothing to say on a monster kill streak. And they will toss the Sven onto the Nyx Assassin, Stormhammer into the Spike Carapace, and they'll lose him in the Vendetta.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, seems to be too much to handle for them when it comes to team fights. The Rock, the Grimstar gets taken out every time by nothing to say. Very good awareness there, good gameplay by nothing to say. To always be on top of him, get out without dying as well. And just overall, LGD once more outplaying SAG, which is no surprise, of course, but yeah, looking rough.
They get the tier 2 tower that'll open up the outpost. Top lane, moving in. Ooh, Blinks with the skewer, and now they get the TP stop with the Avalanche.
He's pretty tanky, but
they've got the Orchid. No way to skewer out of this one or leave. Orchid burn will be enough, or even the right clicks from Faith Beyond, which he does secure. Meanwhile, back over bottom, Inkswell trying to catch up to Ame. Is Ame going to look to burn this? He doesn't have God Strength. He does have Satanic. He's working with an Aegis.
Sven is
And there's
humongous.
oh, great Sprout.
Wow, okay.
Keeps him from going down the steps. They do
They're
get
getting
Soulbind,
cleaved.
but look at that. The damage coming in. They get the gun to XCJ. They'll take out Son Goku. They'll look over at the Nyx Assassin. Avalanche toss out of September. And now he's dead, so we're entering October.
All right, that's a very fast shift of months.
Middle tower is under
That upheaval just kept both of them in place, getting cleaved to death by Sven. Tier 3 is falling. And we're not going to see a refresher shot, I believe.
No, I don't think so. I think that is potentially set to win on dpc.pwesports.cn/fun.
I'm surprised they're not GGing out. They've been GGing out quite early lately. But this game, they want to keep fighting it out.
Yeah, I don't particularly think it's over, because we've seen how strong the Magnus can be, and he was out of that fight. I think with another 5v5, that'll be the last attempt. If they get another 5v5. They've been picked off a couple times.
Yep, and the gold lead has only grown since then. DP, when you're this underfarmed, you kind of just feel like a
Dire's
non-factor.
top tower
You run
is
into the
under
fight with
attack.
exorcism. Woo! But you get blown up in like, what, 2 seconds? Sven probably like 3 hits him at this point.
It's also one of the reasons I really love the 5 DP. Because you feel like sometimes you do the same as, I guess this is an off-lane Death Prophet. Like, you itemize a little bit differently. You can survive a little bit longer. Your drafts obviously formulated to keep you alive a bit more. Stormhammer, Aegis Reclaim. They've got the upheaval slowing down September.
You've gone green, I see.
Yeah. I feel like SAG is not the same ever since they took that tier 1 tower.
Yeah.
Something changed within them.
Dire's top tower is under
They're still looking to fight. Maybe they're not prepared. Looking for a massive RP here, but LGD is very disciplined with their positioning. Everyone knows
Dire's
exactly
top tower has fallen.
how SAG could potentially mount a comeback here, and they're not just gonna let it happen for free. Solar Crest Warlock. Building into Lotus Orb on the Pango, which we're probably not gonna see. The game is gonna end too fast.
I think we might see another Roche. I'm gonna guess we see another Roche.
Yeah, I think LGD is more than happy to just wait it out. Now, what are the plays now for Dire? They smoked up, get picked off before they were ready to fight. It was another botched smoke. It's tough. Like, they need like a 3-4 man RP
Yeah.
on top of like an impale. And
Razor
Inks
just
well.
outputting his damage and
yeah,
Inks,
Razor
Having that constant
draining
control.
Sven the entire time, DPC in the back line, which is not something you hear very often. DP wanted to sit in the back line,
Radiant
but
are scanning.
when Sven is veiling away at you, you just die. Another smoke up, but Radiant this time. Tiny just went straight moonshot instead of BKB. Okay, he's feeling himself a little bit.
He's got the shard. He's just trying to right click as hard as he can, as quick as he can, because he's going into the Jado's next. Chaotic Offering comes down. That's going to land on the 3. They've got the Rolling Thunder coming through with the BKB popped by Son Goku. Rolling Thunder bounces IDC into the air. He gets the RP off. But again, they need a lot more to follow this up. They're doing a decent damage over to GQ. They will get the kill out onto the Pangolier, and they're actually
Satanic?
almost killing off Ame, but he's got the Satanic. They have the damage. They'll clean up the team. It's a full team wipe, and GG is called. LGD take the 2-0.
Yeah, that last fight was very scrambly. Magnus didn't BKB until he was like on 500 health.
Yeah, it was very simple. The counterplay